Hey guys, I thought I would sit down again. I'm kind of trying to figure out my video stuff at the moment, so I thought that I would start and just try filming some different videos. One of my favorite videos to watch other people do are favorites, like monthly or just current favorites. So I thought I would try and do that. So I've gathered a few of my current favorite products, and I thought I would talk to you guys about those today, just for fun, just to share some stuff that I love. And I've noticed that when I watch other people's favorites, especially on YouTube, there's a trend where it seems like you have to have the newest, like most exciting brand new products to be able to talk about them. And if you're like me and you don't have brand new products every single month that you're buying and that you're loving and that you're talking about, like, I feel like you're missing out on something. But that's not real life. Like, most of us, if we find something that we love, we go through it, we use it, we stick to it. It is our ride or die. So my favorite products are products that not only do I love, but predominantly I have reused, I have repurchased. I absolutely love them because they're great and because, you know, they're something that I trust. They're not necessarily new to the market. There may be a couple in there that I talk about that are newer on the market, but for the most part, every product I'm going to mention, I believe you can still purchase. That's not limited edition, and they're just some great products, and I'm going to talk to you about why I enjoy them. These are probably going to be like not in any specific order or not by any kind of like category, but I have some skincare products, I have some like beauty products, and then I have some makeup products. So I thought I'll just jump in and show you guys. So one of my favorites of recent days and months and years is the Badescu facial spray with aloe herbs and rosewater. That's a mouthful. Basically, I just call it my rosewater toner spray. I love this. I have used Badescu skincare for years and years and years, and this is a product that I have gone through, I would say, like 5 or 6 times. This is a large size. This is 8 fluid ounces, and I believe the one that they used to sell, or they still sell it, but that was only available was like half this size. And so when they came out with the bigger one, I was all up on that. I was so excited to buy this one because this is something that I use as a toner. So after I wash my face, I will just spritz it across my face to kind of freshen and liven up my skin. Then I also use it to like settle down powders on my skin, to freshen up my skin throughout the day. Like, the mist is fine enough that, oh, it smells so good. The mist is fine enough that it doesn't disturb your makeup if you were to spray it on top of your makeup. It's just amazing. It's all around awesome. Like, you can use it to spritz on your brush to make your shadow or your highlight more metallic and more pigmented. And it's so affordable. I buy mine at Ulta, and I think this was $12 or $14. The smaller size is $7. You cannot beat that. That is so awesome. And his whole skincare line is amazing. I also have, I don't think I have it with me here, but I have an eye cream that I use every day, every morning, and I really love that too. So that's an awesome product. You should definitely check that out if you haven't already. Okay, let's stick with skincare. So this is another product and brand that I have used for years, probably like 6 years now. This is by acne.org, and this is the Benzoyl Peroxide Treatment Gel. Now, I love the acne.org entire line by Dan Kern. If you just go on to literally www.acne.org, he has a regimen that he developed for how to wash your face, and then he created his own line of products because he wasn't satisfied with the ingredients and the performance of the other products that were on the market. So he created his own line, and I discovered it after trying literally everything possible. And a few years ago, when I was still suffering with some problematic breakouts pretty regularly, and I was just sick of it, so I was like, okay, let me just try this new product. And I tried his line, absolutely fell in love with it. It really cleared my skin. It felt fresh and natural, and it wasn't too drying, it wasn't too harsh. This is the treatment gel, which I have continued to purchase this, but this is the one product, this along with the AHA solution, I repurchase constantly. I never run out of it. If I feel like I have a breakout coming on, I have a current breakout or, you know, a pimple, a spot, something happening, and I want it to go away, I will apply this for several days in a row, just a little bit over top of that area, and this is so awesome. It'll dry up that area, it'll help like dry and heal that spot, and it'll, I think, go away so much quicker. So this is amazing. You have to check out his whole line if you haven't, but that especially if you're struggling with breakouts. Okay, next product is another skincare favorite, which I have also purchased over and over and over again. Now, if you haven't tried Lush products, you have to. Lush is an amazing brand. They are more natural based, so all of their products have no preservatives, no chemicals. They're very natural and earth-based, and they have a quicker turnaround rate, so they expire quicker, so you have to use them faster. But I absolutely love that. And if you ever go into a Lush store, you will die. It smells phenomenal. They make bath bombs and lotions and skincare lines and hair products and masks and all kinds of amazing products. This, which is broken, this little product right here, this is the Full of Grace Solid Serum Bar. Mine broke, which is sad. But this little guy is awesome. It's very nourishing and very moisturizing. So what I'll do is when I have cleansed my face and toned my face, I will take this little bar, and what you do is you just basically rub it along the surface of your skin, and the warmth of your skin will melt some of the product off, or you can rub it in your hands and then like pat it onto your skin, and that's your serum. You just gently run that across your skin and you melt it in, and then you just pat it and let it dry. And for me, it just makes my skin feel so nourished and plump and sumptuous, if that makes sense. So I've loved that, and I've used that over and over again. I love all the Lush products. I really don't think you can go wrong if you try any of their things. So this is a little different, but this is still kind of skincare, bath, body. This is the the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in Coconut Lime. Oh my gosh, this is a product that my friend Megan first got me and introduced me to I think it was a year, maybe 2 years ago now. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. This product, I think it's sold in Ulta, at Walmart, probably any drugstore, but I usually get mine at Walmart because it's a little bit cheaper. It's just a sugar scrub, and I love this for exfoliating my whole entire body. It's great if you are a self-tan junkie and you need to exfoliate. And like for me, I often will make my own versions of things. I'll make my own scrubs and face masks and all natural skincare products because you don't need to buy a lot of those things. Usually you can incorporate a lot of your like pantry and household ingredients and create your own thing a lot cheaper, and I do that a lot. But this is probably like the 6th or 7th tub of this that I have gone through, because it's phenomenal. It smells so good, and they have a lot of great flavors. They have a lot of great scents that just awaken you and make you feel great. But this one, this Coconut Lime, is amazing, and you have to check that out if you love that feeling of extra exfoliation in the shower, and then you get out and your skin is just baby soft. So good. Okay, couple more skincare products before I switch to other stuff. Now, this is a product that I have been using more recently, but I'm hooked on it. This is the Sunday Riley CEO C+E Antioxidant Protect and Repair Moisturizer. Now this is so nice. I got a deluxe size sample of this, I want to say a few months ago, and from Sephora, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's a thicker moisturizer, which usually I steer away from because I have more combo oily skin, but it smells like oranges. I hate how I keep smelling things expecting you guys to know how it smells. But if you love citrus and like that orange creamsicle, fresh, waken you in the morning type scent. Oh, you will love this. It smells like oranges and it's so amazing. This is like, it's just so nourishing. Whenever I apply it, you only need the tiniest amount because, like I said, it's thicker, but it just makes my skin feel so hydrated and smooth, and it almost has like a priming quality to it, so I can use it before makeup in the morning and also at night, and I absolutely love it. I haven't had any adverse reactions, or I haven't noticed any kind of like negative effects from using it continuously, even though it is a heavier product. I absolutely am in love with it, and I'm sure I will continue to repurchase it because it's just the bomb. And it sucks because Sunday Riley is so expensive. But if you're gonna spend money on anything, spend your money on skincare, because it doesn't matter how much makeup and what makeup you put on top of your face. If your skincare isn't on top of its game, your face is never gonna look as great as it can look, and your makeup is never gonna sit as well as it can possibly sit and last and look if you don't take care of your skin. So prioritize your skincare and your makeup will be that much easier. In a similar light, I have been loving the Rodan and Fields, what is this? The Redefine Multifunction Eye Cream. This is just a sample size that I was given, and I've been using this at night, and I really enjoy it. I think it's really light, it's nourishing. I think I'm gonna have to buy the full size once I run out because I am so paranoid about the tiny little fine lines under my eyes. I feel like I've suddenly noticed them and they drive me crazy and I want them gone. So I'm really obsessed with finding the best, most effective, if that's possible, eye cream, you know? So that's a really great one. So I think I'm gonna purchase the full size because I've been really enjoying that one. And that is lash growth serums. So if you guys are anything like me, you're obsessed with eyelashes and you want the longest, most full, voluminous, luscious lashes that you can possibly get. And I have toyed with the idea of getting eyelash extensions for so long, and I always chicken out because in the long run, while they're beautiful, they are damaging to your eyelashes. I've heard and I've seen people who have had them for a long time and then they suddenly let them grow out and fall off, and your natural lashes are usually left a little worse for wear afterwards. And the lash extension process is just so high maintenance and very expensive. So I was on the market and on the hunt to find a good lash growth serum because I love mascara, so I don't mind putting on a few coats of mascara if my lashes are naturally looking pretty good. So I started first with the Babe Lash Eyelash Serum. Let's see that one. Nope. Focus. Oh, there we go, Babe Lash. This one I purchased through Edwise, which is a cosmetologist only beauty supply store, and I know you can find Babe Lash through other online sites like Amazon, but you're not necessarily getting an authentic product. I think I remember noticing after about 2 months, and you have to religiously use this every single day. So what you do is it's like a little brush and you just paint a thin line of the product along your lash line before bed or in the morning, but I usually do mine before bed every single night. You do that for at least 2 months. You're gonna start to notice that your lashes are gonna look fuller and thicker and longer. And for me, I didn't necessarily wake up and think, oh my gosh, my lashes look amazingly long and voluminous, but they just looked healthier. My lashes are naturally pretty long, but they're not necessarily as full as I would like them. So the thickness was something that I was hoping that the lash serum would help with, and I really did notice that that helped. What it does is it will help to nourish and strengthen your lash follicle and encourage your follicle to hold on to your lash a little bit longer than it normally would cycle. And what it does then is because it's holding it longer, it'll show a little bit longer growth, and then it'll naturally fall out, like all of your lashes fall out. So you have to religiously use it, but I will definitely say that I noticed my lashes looking more healthy and a little bit fuller and a little bit longer. And I would notice, because I would go in the mirror in the morning, I would look in the mirror in the morning and I would actually be able to see my lashes. Normally, until I put like mascara on, even though my lashes are black naturally, I wouldn't be able to notice them, like the thickness. But I remember looking in the mirror and being like, okay, hi eyelashes, like I can actually see you. So I think that lash serums are really great, and you have to give them a shot if you're wanting to see how they work, but you definitely have to be dedicated. You cannot just use them for a couple days and expect to see results. You have to stick to it. Okay, so on to makeup. Now is the fun part, right? On to makeup. You will have seen, if you watched my really awful quality foundation routine recently, that my favorite foundation products that I gravitate towards over and over, the majority are drugstore. My favorite foundation is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. Now this is such a great product. It is something that is more targeted towards oilier skin types, normal to oily, which is what I am. I have a very oily T-zone. And it's amazing. It lasts really well on my skin. It doesn't break up. It doesn't feel super heavy, even though it offers really great coverage. It's a full coverage foundation. You can definitely layer it and get ultra full coverage. But it's great. It lasts a really long time for me. I don't find that it breaks up when my skin starts to produce oil. It lasts, that's like the one thing I can say, it just lasts really well. And I love, for when I'm fair like I am today, what I'll do is I will mix in some of my Cover FX custom cover drops. Come on, focus. There we go. So I will mix a few of these drops in with any foundation that I'm using, but it's lately been this one. And this is an amazing product by itself. It is phenomenal. Cover FX, if you haven't heard of the custom cover drops, they've been around for a few years now. They are basically just pure pigment in a liquid form. And what's amazing about them is that, see, it comes in like a little dropper. And you just drop the product. If you have a favorite moisturizer, a favorite primer, a favorite foundation, and you want to add extra coverage, you want to up the coverage amount for that product, you can add a few drops of this to that to do that. And what's amazing about this product is that it doesn't alter the texture or the formula of whatever you add it into. So if I add it to my Infallible matte product, it doesn't change the matte formula of this foundation, which is so awesome. And why I love them also is that you can buy them in so many different shades. Cover FX is one of the best makeup lines, in my opinion, for finding a really great color match for your skin. If you struggle finding foundations that match your undertones in your skin, check out Cover FX. They're sold at Sephora, and you can also buy them online on coverfx.com. And they have a great range where they have a neutral line, which is what I tend to go for. This is in N for neutral 20. So it's a lighter shade that I will mix with my foundation to make my foundation not only more full coverage, but a little bit lighter when I'm more pale. And they also have a pink line and then a golden line. So when I'm more self-tanned, I will add the golden drops into my foundation to kind of warm them up a little bit, because I'm more olive undertones. I'm more neutral to olive. So when I'm fair, I will still have an olive undertone, but it's verging more towards neutral. So I will aim for the neutral side. But these are amazing. So if you haven't checked them out, you definitely should. And along with that, I guess it's a good place to talk about beauty sponges. So this one in particular is just the Ulta brand beauty sponge. It's like a beauty blender dupe. Now, I have actually never tried or owned the original beauty blender. So when I call this a beauty blender, it's not made by Beauty Blender. It's just made by Ulta, but it's a beauty sponge and it's shaped very similarly. It's got like an egg dome shape and then a round bouncy bottom. And I love these. These are amazing. These are so great for blending in your concealer under your eyes, for blending in your foundation. If you want more of like a, you know, soft airbrush kind of finish and you want less coverage, these are great because when you wet your sponge, it will kind of not dilute, but it'll just help blend and melt your product into your skin a little bit better. So I love this version. I also really love the Real Techniques sponge, the complexion sponge that they created. Real Techniques is a really great product line in general. I'm actually going to talk about them because I love their brushes. I was going to tell you guys, if you are in the market for great brushes, I would check out Real Techniques. I absolutely love this one. This is their setting brush, so it's really great for like getting right up under your eyes and setting your concealer under there, or even like cleaning up your contour, or just getting, I use it to set like my eyelid primer before I do my eyeshadow or my eye makeup. And I love their brushes. I also really love their buffer brush. I use that for my foundation whenever I use liquid foundation. I reach for their brushes more than I reach for my Sigma ones. There's just something about their line. They're synthetic hair and they're really soft. They're easy to clean. They're easy to, you know, they're just easy to use. There's no user error that you have to worry about. Like some of the newer brushes that have come out on the market, like the oval brushes, all the weird shaped brushes, and no. Just try Real Techniques. They're sold at Ulta, at Walmart, Walgreens, whatever drugstore, or online. You can find them online too. And they're so affordable, so you really cannot beat those. I love those. Okay, speaking of eye makeup or eye products, this looks like a very nondescript battered product. This is actually a felt tip liner by e.l.f. This is a felt tip matte black liquid eyeliner, and I need to find the actual name, and I'll probably have to link it somewhere because I forgot the actual name, but this is in Blackest Black, and it is just their felt tip liner, and it is so amazing. It's what I have on my eyes today. You can see my eyeliner. It's great because it's really easy to use. If you struggle with applying liquid eyeliner and you've tried every kind of felt tip or brush tip and you still don't feel like you have control, this one is so good because it is super black, but the formula isn't too liquidy, it isn't too runny, it doesn't bleed like in your inner area, like your inner corner, your inner eye. I have little fine lines right there, and I find like a lot of product will feather and bleed if the product is too liquidy. I've never had that problem with the e.l.f. one. I love the Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper. That's probably one of my ultimate favorite ever eyeliners, but it doesn't dry completely matte. I feel like this one dries more matte than the Kat Von D one, and it's $3. $3. It's so awesome. It lasts for quite a while. I feel like the tip of a lot of felt tip or brush tip liquid liners can usually not dry up, but the product doesn't want to disperse fully to the very tip. So if you're trying to do your wing and you don't have product there, it just defeats the purpose. You want to have a product that you can just easily flick and create your wing liner effortlessly. I feel like I do my liner so much easier, so much quicker, so much more efficiently when I use an e.l.f. the e.l.f. liquid liner. So you definitely should check that one out. I know that Cassie, Shades of Cassie on YouTube, I know she also loves that one and she raves about that product too. It's definitely worth a try.